I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden.
Do you support the House moving forward with an impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden?
No comment at this time.
You know, there's a mounting amount of evidence, and I know they're going to make the right decision. But let's remember, impeachment is about bringing the charges, and it's not about the conviction. That takes 2/3 of the Senate.
We would do that. I don't think it'd be appropriate. All right, last question. Yes, ma'am.
Can I just ask, what actual evidence do you have as opposed to allegations to show to the American public that would merit an actual impeachment inquiry of Joe Biden and prove that today isn't just about some of you?
Oh, I don't know.
Speaker McCarthy for the sake of enacting political revenge.
This isn't about political revenge. We have the bank accounts. We can see, ma'am, you can see that the homes that the Bidens own can't be afforded on a congressional or Senate salary.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Pennsylvania Congressman Scott Perry projected corruption references on members of the Biden family to normalize the crimes of the Trump crime syndicate, but it backfired on him in a big way.
You also understand that it's not normal for family members to receive millions of dollars from overseas interests. Those things aren't normal. It's not normal to have 20 shell companies. These things are not normal, and it alludes to not only just widespread corruption, but money laundering, if not influence peddling itself. And we also have the president, the vice president at the time, on record saying that the prosecutor was fired. Well, son of a bitch, the prosecutor was fired.
Perry gave a brief statement about the GOP's plan to go forward with articles of impeachment against Joe Biden, but got sidetracked when a reporter in attendance asked what actual evidence that they had for doing so. Instead of answering the question directly and saying that there is no evidence, Perry launched into an aggressive reprimanding of the reporter. He was out of control.
Because the prosecutor was going after the company that his son was working on. That's what we have. If you can't see that, if you are that blind, look, I'll turn it over to the attorneys.
People can't see that. They think it's political revenge.
It's because you don't report on it.
We're here reporting on it today.
I'm not sure how you know what the American people think.
When Perry started using profanity in his unhinged response, a member of his group decided that he'd heard enough. The Dilbert-looking character slid up behind Perry and took control of the microphone. Scott Perry is a moron. The truth is that Republicans don't have any evidence this time or any other time. Their leadership is a bunch of clowns. Instead of supporting everyday Americans, Kevin McCarthy is focused on protecting his shaky job as Speaker, but it may be too late. McCarthy directed the House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden on Tuesday. He did not take questions from reporters and took off like a scared dog. He had a multitude of fires to try and put out. The biggest one was probably Matt Gaetz kicking up a stink and calling for his removal as Speaker. The Republican Party is in complete disarray. They are a complicit group of buffoons. They are making wild allegations about presidential family members making millions, but look right past Ivanka and Jared Kushner and the outrageous amount of money on the taxpayers' dime. What a group of entitled, arrogant hypocrites. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.